Let's keep working with examples on finding derivatives of logarithmic and exponential functions. For number 34, I see we're working with a log, which has 8th root inside and then product. Rather than doing chain rule with product rule twice inside, I would use properties of log to simplify what we're working with. If I have log of products, I know that's going to be sum of logs. So as you can see in green, I start rewriting it as log of product, and then everything. You see this 8th root? You see this 8th root? I can rewrite this as raised to the 1/8. Why this is helpful? Because now this 1/8 can go down over here, so we can multiply by 1/8 instead of raising the input to 1/8. Then it becomes 1/8 natural log, and then I will skip one step. Hopefully you can catch up right now, since it's not the first example we're doing. Log of the product, and the product will be sum of logs, log plus log plus log. So it's going to be 1/8 times log of x plus 6 plus log of x plus 7 plus log of x to the 9 plus 10. Close the bracket, everything multiplied by 1/8. Note, we do not simplify this piece. We don't have any property that help us to work with log of sum. And this 9 over here is not going down because it's inside of the log, which is a polynomial here. Good. Now I can just differentiate this last part, which I just simplified. So I will do it right away. Y prime becomes 1/8 stays, and I'm differentiating each log separately, which gives me 1 over x plus 6 plus 1 over x plus 7 plus 1 over x to the 9 plus 10. If that's correct, did we lose anything or not? Well, every time I was differentiating each log, I actually was using chain rule. When I had 1 over x plus 6 times derivative of the function inside gives me 1. 1 over x plus 7 times 1. 1 over x to the 9 plus 10 times derivative of the function inside is not 1 anymore. It's 9x to the 8 plus 0. And this is the answer. So it's very convenient to first simplify logs, if you see them, using properties of logs. For number 35, remember the formula I showed at the beginning of the previous video, where you have a to the x instead of e to the x. What's the difference? Here it is. A to the x still copies itself, but then we have extra piece times natural log of the base. Since base is not e, it's not 1 anymore. So we have to take this into account. Let's do it. I know that it's exponential function. So I'm going to copy it. It's going to be 11 cosecant of x times, since base is not e, I will have natural log of 11, base is 11, times, what else is missing? We never differentiated cosecant. Chain rule tells me, now please go look at the exponent and differentiate the exponent. Derivative of cosecant is negative cosecant x times cotangent x. Review this formula just to make sure you remember derivative of trig functions. Not too bad. Next one, 36. 36. Y prime equals. This is the case of x to the x function. So it will require to use logarithmic differentiation. Let's do that right now. We're going to apply natural log to the left and natural log to the right. In general, I will just usually teach my students that if you have cases of a function raised to the function. So before we had 11. 11 is a number raised to the function. We can do that. We're using formulas for that. Log is fine. Before we had fractions are fine. But if you have x as a changing variable raised to some function as changing as well, then use logarithmic differentiation to get rid of this situation. Because when you use ln for both sides, this piece will go down and will be just multiplied by log. Number 36 definitely requires more space. We're going to have natural log of y equals natural log of the right hand side, x 8th root of x. X raised to the 8th root of x. Using properties, I will rewrite it as 8th root of x times natural log of x. What I did, I used the property of a law of log and put this exponent down. Now I have a nice product. Now there's nothing else to simplify, so I can start differentiation. I'm using implicit differentiation right now. As before, I'm going to have 1 over y dy over dx equals. And I'm working with a product rule. And this product rule gives me derivative of the first function, 1/8 x to the 1/8 minus 8/8 becomes 7/8. Copy the second function, natural log of x, plus copy the first function times derivative of log is 1 over x. Now, before we finish, maybe we should simplify. So I will have 1 over y dy over dx equals, I'm going to have here natural log of x, or also we're going to have negative 7/8, not positive. There's a mistake, I just realized that. Since this piece was x to the 1/8, 1/8 minus 8/8 is negative 7/8. Make sure you don't make this mistake. Then I'm going to have natural log in the numerator, and then both 8 and x to the 7th roots, 8th root at the denominator. Plus, now we can simplify the second piece. The second piece over here is actually x to the 1/8 times x to the negative 1. We can add these two. It will become x 1/8 minus 1, which is the same thing. It's the same piece we had before, but this time it's going to be 1 over 8th root x to the 7, because this is 1/8 minus 8/8 negative 7/8. So here is this piece. And I can write down equal sign. Is this the answer? Almost. We just need to isolate this dy over dx piece. To do that, multiply both sides by y and immediately substitute y. Y is given at the beginning. dy over dx equals natural log of x all over 8 times 8th root x to the 7 plus 1 over a root 8th root x to the 7, huge brackets, times y. What is my y? My y is x to the 8th root of x. That's my y. And this is the answer. So function raised to function, you have to use logarithmic differentiation to get rid of this idea of function to be raised to a function. Log allows you to put one of the function and the exponent down, or just multiply by it. 36 done. 37 seems to be not too bad. Y prime equals 6 times 100 gives you 600 x to the 5 plus e gives me same e. Don't forget, when you differentiate e, you copy it first, times the derivative of the function here, the exponent. Derivative of 10x is 10 plus e to the 4 is a constant, so it gives you 0. No simplification here needed. You don't have to write the 0 part, I guess. Remember, e to the 4 is just a constant. So what's the speed of the constant? 0. Now, for 38, 4 to the x times tangent, is this a function-to-function case or not? Well, 4 is just a number, so it's actually a to the function case. A to the x case. So a to the x, we know the formula. A to the x gives me a to the x, natural log of the base a. So here it will be, copy first, 4 times x tangent x, copy, times derivative times natural log of the base ln 4, and then chain rule steps in. And chain rule says don't forget to multiply by the derivative of the function over here, the exponent. This is product rule. X times tangent x gives me product rule. Product rule says differentiate the first function. Derivative of x is 1, copy tangent, plus copy x, times derivative of a tangent is secant squared. And there's nothing to simplify here. You can leave it like this. Technically speaking, it seems like you can factor out something, but I like it like it is. Let's keep it. Last two problems, almost done. Derivative of log, and I see tons of products. If you see all those products and exponents, definitely use laws of logs to simplify it first. Let's do it. Let's simplify everything. Log of the product, and the product gives me log plus log. So it's going to be ln of x to the 11 plus ln of x plus 12 to the 13 plus ln of x to the 8 plus 9 to the 10. Do you all agree? All three pieces here give me 3 natural logs. One more property you can use is, remember, let's get rid of those exponents, and differentiation becomes easier. And by getting rid of them, I mean let's put them down. By putting them down, I mean let's multiply by those exponents using properties of logs. So it becomes 11 ln x plus 13 ln x plus 12 plus 10 ln x to the 8 plus 9. So this is much easier to differentiate, and I actually do recommend you to try to do those 2 steps in once. Those 2 steps I just did, try your best to do them right away. So when I see those 3 pieces, I know this 11 over here will gonna go down, and so the log of 11 natural log of x plus 13 natural log of x plus 12 plus 10 natural log of x to the 9 plus 9. Let's differentiate this piece. Y prime equals 11 over x. Agree or not? Derivative of log is 1 over x times 11 becomes 11 over x plus 13 over x plus 12, because derivative of log of x plus 12 is 1 over x plus 12 times derivative of the function inside, but derivative of the function inside is 1, and 13 is in front of it, so I can just simplify it this way. Plus, let's see, 10, 1 over x to the 8 plus 9, this is my 8, times, based on the chain rule. Chain rule says, please don't forget, look inside and differentiate the function inside. Derivative of the function inside is 8x to the 7. And this is the answer. Last piece you can write down is 80 x to the 7. Finally, last example for this topic, y equals secant to the 9 of 2 to the x. And here, let's just do the chain rule right away. I don't see how we can simplify this, so it's actually not a very hard example. As always, I don't really see why, but examples at the end seems to be easier than examples at the beginning. Y equals. First, I see something raised to the 9th power. I don't have raised to see secant yet. I just see something to the 9th power. Then 9 goes down, and there's something which is secant raised to the 8. What's the angle? 2 to the x. Reminding you from the previous videos that actually this is the same as to write down secant of 2 to the x, everything raised to the 9. Maybe this way you will not make mistakes. X, everything raised to the 9. Let's try. Everything raised to the 9. Then, 9 goes down and becomes 8. 9 goes down, secant to the 8, don't change the angle, 2 to the x. Second step of the chain rule says, now you can look inside. And inside I see secant. Derivative of secant is secant tangent. So I will have times secant of 2 to the x times tangent of 2 to the x. Now one more chain rule, and the last chain rule step says, now you can finally look inside and see 2 to the x. Derivative of 2 to the x is the derivative of the exponential function. Remember, you copy exponential function first and then check the base. If base is not e, you have to write down ln of the base, which is ln of 2. And that's my last chain rule. The only way to simplify this piece is to collect these two secants. If you multiply them together, you will get secant to the 9. So it will be 9 secant to the 9 of 2 to the x, tangent of 2 to the x, times 2 to the x times ln of 2. And that's all. Several problems of finding derivatives of exponential logarithmic functions, using logarithmic differentiation, and using this formula as I reviewed at the beginning. Please practice more, and hopefully you'll get faster in differentiating those functions with chain rule, quotient rule, product rule, laws of logs, and exponential functions.